Can timing really affect your diet? Well, we're going to figure that out today. Hey guys, it's Andy with Mindset Matters More. And today I am interviewing the awesome Dace Krumina. And let me tell you guys, she's just amazing, okay? She's a chrononutritionist, chrononutrition specialist, and holistic lifestyle coach. She's the founder of Vitalance Reconnection Method, helping people break free from cycles of imbalance and restore biological coherence through rhythm-based nutrition and lifestyle alignment. Originally from Latvia, Dace has lived in Mauritius for 23 years, giving her a deep cross-cultural perspective on health. As a mother of two grown children, her work is grounded in real-life physiology, not just theory. With over 20 years in wellness and weight loss, starting in a slimming center, she saw firsthand why restrictive approaches so often fail long-term. Her turning point came in 2011 when she discovered Chrononutrition. Applying it personally stopped her cravings, calmed her nervous system, and brought lasting balance. That's it lights up around nature, music, art, reading, and dancing. Above all, she loves helping other people reconnect with themselves and get their smile back. She's currently finishing her book, 6 Truths to Master, and preparing to launch a 7-day reset in mid-February, followed by the Vitalance Reconnection Essentials and Blueprint program in March. That reminds us that our body, emotion, and inner systems aren't against us. They're constantly communicating, calling us back into coherence. When we learn to listen and gently retune, alignment happens step by step. That's it. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Andy. Thank you for welcoming me. Really excited to be here.
I'm so excited that you're on here today. So I just want to dive right in because I'm absolutely fascinated with this topic. I hope that's okay.
Yes, absolutely. Let's dive in.
Okay, so what is, this is such a basic question, but can you really give a definition of what chrononutrition is? Because for me, what it inspires is I have to eat at a certain time. I have to drink at a certain time. Like I have to be very precise with timing for what I want, for my goals. Is that an accurate depiction or is there more to it?
No, actually, it's a lot more to it. Because yes, when we talk about chronology, it could seem like something very restrictive and following exact times, but actually it's not about this. Chronobiology actually is the science that is talking about our natural rhythms, our inner cycles. So when we talk about chrononutrition, it's simply aligning with our body's inner cycles. We have inner cycles and also external cycles. Our external cycles, the first of all, is the day and night cycle. And our body is based on the sleep and activity cycle. Everyone sleeps and everyone is in activity. Even if we work during the night and sleep during the day, the body will always function on the sleep and activity cycle. This is the basics for everyone. And then we have our inner cycles, hormonal cycles, cortisol cycles, insulin cycles, and these too affect our body. Melatonin coming in at night. So actually, chronobiology and nutrition, synchronizing them, is learning how to adapt with these cycles and how to go with the body and how to give it what it needs at the right time. Because there is a deep biological intelligence in our body and knowing, and body is actually preparing itself at different times of the day for the nutrients it needs. Because the digestive enzymes actually are different in the morning, at the midday, at the evening. So like body is asking for it naturally. So chrononutrition is simply learning what to put at the right time and the right quantities just to optimize all our body functions. physical and even mental, emotional, because it affects all our system.
So immediately, I think being able to connect with this, because I definitely see how my body has its own cycle throughout the month, throughout the day, and so I deeply connect with that. And yet there's a piece of it that feels like, how do I balance, how do I balance what my body is asking through its cycles with the sociological pressures of, I want to go out with my friends at night, or, I want to go out to brunch, or I want to, like, how do I balance, what it is that my body's asking for versus what society is asking for? Like, I get pulled in different directions. Like my kids want to eat at a certain time. My husband wants to go out and all this other stuff. So how do you facilitate when those things also come up?
Actually, yeah, it's not complicated because there are some basic rules. If we understand what are the body's needs on the everyday basis, there are some basic rules. Starting with if we start with the breakfast, it's not the moment to start with sugar. You can eat outside, you can take your brunch somewhere. It's no matter, but don't start your day with sugar because it's just a spark. It's 1 hour, 2 hours, and you get cravings, your energy drops, you get sleepy, you get irritated, you search for more sugar, your hormones go off completely because you didn't sustain the beginning of the day. So starting the day, always think fats, proteins, if it's eggs, if it's some chicken, or if it's cheese, these kind of things. It's amazing to start the day to give the body the energy it needs to prepare itself for the activity. Like I always tell my clients, like you want to prepare yourself for driving 200 kilometers. What do you do before driving? You go to the filling station.
Yep. No, that makes so much sense.
Yes, and what we are doing, we are just taking one coffee in the morning and we're going off. And we are waiting and we're expecting that we are sustainable energy and that we'll feel good and that everything is perfect. No, it doesn't work like this. If there is no enough source of energy, our body can't be at the best of its shape. So this is the starting point. Then you have the middle of the day where this is a perfect moment where body needs proteins, sustainable energy. Again, we can't just take a salad or just a sandwich, which will disappear again in 2 hours. If you want to keep your energy, think proteins for your lunch. You can eat outside, you can eat with your friends, you can go to a restaurant, but just think proteins and don't carb load. Because if you carb load for the lunch, what happens that you get sleepy within an hour? You just get sleepy. And 2 hours after, you're craving sugar again. And that's a cycle. And that the mechanics, you will never escape it because this is how it works. And so on. And when we go for the second part of the day, this is completing actually the day. And as we will go to sleep and as we are, as I'm saying, arriving to the parking at night, because we will go to sleep and we slow down, this isn't the moment to take the biggest meal. Because we will not use it. We will go to sleep. So this is the moment for light proteins, for if you like fish or white meat or tofu or these kind of things, and just completing with some veggies. But it's not the moment to take lots of carb load or red meats or heavy like cheese or creams or very rich meals, because the body at this time of the day is just not capable to use it and even to digest it, because at the end of the day, starting as from 7:30, about 8, half past 8, there's nearly nothing happening in our digestive system. It's slowing down to detox, to repair, so body can't use it properly. So if we load the end of the day, the weight comes on and we can't sleep. Body can't regulate its weight during the night. And there is where comes insulin resistance, weight gain, and all these kind of things. So there are some big rules like this. So you can follow, and then you have these spaces also in your week where you can have like your kind of party meals, and you can really follow what you want. But we can't party every day. If you want really to take care of yourself and be at the best of your shape mentally and emotionally too, not only physically.
Right. And I think what I'm hearing, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's about eating with intentionality. Because when I coach my clients and they think, oh, I have all these expectations on me, I can't just do this, I have to do that. And it's not about making this massive shift to, just isolating yourself so that you can meet your goal. It's about, just really feeling into what is it that's aligned with where I want to be, and listening to that inner knowing, which, and this is a very physical reality. It's very much your body telling you, hey, this is what I need to be fueled optimally. Let's do that. And being intentional with it doesn't mean that you all of a sudden have to close yourself off to the rest of society. It's just, really following those principles, even when you do go out and enjoy yourself. You can indulge yourself, because you're right, there is a mental part of it where you can enjoy yourself, but that doesn't mean that you're going to be partying every day, right?
Absolutely. And I'm perfectly aligned when you say it's about attention, because actually every decision we are taking, it's all about our priorities.
Mm. Yeah, absolutely.
So we can wish lots of things. I desire this and that. It would be great like this. It would be great like that. Yes, we have many things, but really all our decisions are taken by order of priorities. And then comes this intention, as you say. What is my real intention? What is my real priorities? Where I stand? And then we can go deeper. We can sometimes know what is important for me, but they are layered then of this individual survival blueprint, what I call, which is actually all our programming, our negative beliefs, conditioning, society, pressures, perceptions, and all these layers actually, which are slowing us down and keeping us from really taking the decisions in alignment what I really want. And this is a deeper journey, because we can know what we want. But if I was taught that it's selfish to think about myself, it's selfish to take time for myself, to care for myself. If I believe that I have to sacrifice myself for everyone, that everyone's needs are more important than mine, and that I have to perform, I have no right to say no, I can't set boundaries. These are all these kind of things actually that are creating these interferences, so I can align really my actions, my choices with this intention to attain my goal and what I really want. And this is a deep journey, actually.
So bring me back to the moment that you discovered chrononutrition and thought, let me try this out. What do you think was the moment that you thought, this is what's for me? This is what is really working for me? And how do you carry that intention forward with you to this day?
Okay. Actually, this revelation of chrononutrition followed these 6-7 years that I worked in the Slim Center. And I worked as a therapist on different treatments and manual treatments, and there was a dietitian and it was also the time of hyper protein diets and low calorie diets. And I was seeing my patients because I was supervising the treatments also. And I was talking to clients and I saw all these difficulties, actually, restrictions, incapacity to go for a social life, fatigue, frustration. As we stop the diet, everything comes back. It's not sustainable. It doesn't bring long-term results. All these secondary effects that were here, and more I was following my patients, more I was realizing that it's not sustainable. It's impossible. It simply doesn't work long term, and that people simply become discouraged and they just let go because no diet teaches you how to manage your nutrition. It teaches how to restrict yourself. And what happens when you stop your diet? You will eat again how you did it before. You will go back to your habits because you haven't learned anything how to deal with your nutrition, what your body needs, how I compose, to listen, to reconnect with your body. This is the huge thing because we don't listen to our bodies anymore today. We eat when it's convenient, from our timetable, from our meetings, from society, friends, family. We don't listen to our hunger, to our body, to our fatigue. And so this was a point where I observed the problem. And I left this place and I was thinking there must be something else. And 1 year later, when I discovered the book of Dr. Alain de la Bosse, who is the doctor who founded the Chrononutrition, and I was reading this book, and it was like everything was clicking in place. And I had just one aha moment after other. And I was telling myself, okay, this is why it's not working. This is why we are craving. This is why we are tired. This is why I'm hungry. It's there. And this chrononutrition brought coherence. It's bringing coherence and bringing harmony between our body and what we are doing. This was my aha moment, actually.
And I love that you got to a place of, and I've seen this with my own clients, I've seen this in my own life, where it comes down to, you get to a place of just, there's got to be a better way. This just can't be it because this system is not working. And then when you when you open yourself up to other methods, other systems, and you find something that just clicks, it feels almost like there's an ease that happens, like a flow that it's just yes, this is what happens, and things just kind of click along the way. Now, when you are working with your clients, do you find that you see that light go off for them? And what are some of the biggest misconceptions that people bring to you when they start working with you?
Okay. This is the big one because I love your question, actually, because many people today that come to me come already with some kind of experience of dieting or these kind of things. So they come already also with like kind of perceptions. And they are somehow afraid because they know that they will have to restrict themselves. They are afraid that they will be hungry, that they will need to eat salads and greens all the day from the morning to night. Especially men, they are just freaking out with this because this is why diets promote since years. It's eating salads and greens and all the day. So, and this is not sustainable for men, even for a woman. So it doesn't mean that we don't need it. It's very essential, but there is a balance, and very often this balance is broken, and there is something too much and something not enough. And this essentials, very often people are afraid of eating the right fats, right protein amount, because fats will make me fat. This is the message. I can't eat fats because I will become fat. And proteins, pay attention. Your body don't. How will it react? You will have problems. It's the idea. So there are different layers. So people are afraid actually of restrictions, of this. That it's not sustainable, but they come because there is a problem. And then there is the shift that I try them to make understand that it's not about restrictions. Mm-hmm. The most of people are telling me that I'm eating more than I eat before and I'm losing weight. How does it work?
Yeah.
I'm eating cheese and eggs every morning. I'm eating so much proteins. I've never ate, and not just overeating, but just enough. And how does it work that I'm losing weight? And these aha moments that you have, that you can have pleasure in your meals, that you can have colors and savories, and that you can go out during the week and it's not incompatible, and that you can merge them too, because this is very important. And just learning that when you go with your body, and when you listen to it, and when you sustain it and support it, what it really needs, not only your weight improves, your energy improves, your sleep improves, your mental productivity improves, your mood improves, your you name it, hormonal balance, immunity, it slows aging, it reduces inflammation, and you name it, and you name it.
Yeah. So it's interesting that like nutrition impacts all of this, right? It's not just what you eat. It's not your weight. It's not just that. It's everything. Like I notice when my skin directly is affected by whenever I eat something I shouldn't be eating. And like to see that correlation happen to me was like mind blowing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Skin is one of the most beautiful reflections of our diet too, and our hair and nails and these kind of things that, especially like women, we want to protect, and our body needs the raw materials to protect it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's it. And if we don't give enough, the body can't protect itself.
Yeah. Did you find that there's a difference in the body's responses and the rhythms between men and women, and whether they're younger, whether they're older? Like, are there like real big variations between not only the genders but also ages, between races? Like, is there something that, or is it like a unified sort of truth that everyone's different?
Everyone is different, of course, because we have different story. We have different life story, first of all. Yes, our basic metabolic could be a little bit different, but our genes could be really somehow different. But we know from epigenetics today that it's only 5% from really what we are experiencing in our body, and that everything else, the 95%, is what we are doing to ourselves. It's about lifestyle habits, it's about nutrition, it's about sleep, it's about movement, it's about stress levels, how we manage, it's about our inner emotional balance and how we manage it, because it directly affects our body. Because if we don't manage or our emotions, it affects our body directly through cortisol, through tensions, so everything is linked. So yes, there is some differences, but when you go with the body, when you stop fighting the body, because body is wired for survival. This is the one truth. And it will always be there, not to harm ourselves, not to mistreat us, but to protect ourselves, to stay alive as long as it's possible. And when we mistreat it unconsciously, for many reasons, it goes to the survival mode. It will protect itself as it can. So if we're starving itself, if we are eating on irregular basis, skipping meals, not giving it, it will take everything it can just to protect and to survive. And there are many mechanisms like this, just survival mode. And so when we really want to get sustainable results and improve our physical and overall health, it's about going with the body. Men, women, it's not about fighting. And it could be a little bit more, a little bit less. It depends if we move, it depends so many things actually. But age, you talked about age. Yes, we know that also with some age, the metabolism will slow a little bit. But we can maintain it, we can support it. So it's again about what we are doing and how we are treating ourselves. But everyone can align with its body and have amazing results if we work with our body instead of fighting.
I really love that. Work with the body, not against it. Because even when you're talking about the differences in between people, it becomes very clear that, we show up believing the things kind of operate in one way, that yes, the body is there trying to help us to survive, but it brings all the stuff with us, like the experiences and the knowledge and the things that we've learned, from society, from our parents, from friends and family. And we think that we're working with it. We think that going against it is working with it. Like, we have this backwards notion of like, if I just eat less, if I just don't eat that, if I don't do this, if I don't do that, if I just stop this, if I, try to finagle this and put it, and it becomes so overwhelming. But yet, knowing how to properly fuel your body kind of shuts all that noise off. And it brings us back to, and I love that it brings the word, that you brought the word coherence into this, because I'm all about coherence and alignment. And bringing that piece into it is so important. So I gave up sugar over a year and a half ago. And to me, that was a pivotal moment for me, because I had always thought, no, I'm always going to eat cake at a party. I'm always going to, like, all of these things that like sugar was kind of wrapped up around in. But when I listened to my body and I said, this is actually harming me. This is actually making me more hungry. This is actually making me feel like crazy when I get up in the morning. This does not fuel me. When I listen to it, yeah, there was a period that like my body was like railing against it from like the addiction of the sugar. But then now it's like, I don't even want to go back to it. I don't even want to do it anymore. Like, it's crazy. Like, if I accidentally eat sugar or something, it's like, no, thank you. I don't want it. Like, it just makes life so much more simple. So when you're working with clients and trying to get them to understand, we're trying to work with the body, what is one thing that you would like people to understand about working with your body versus going against it?
When you choose consciously, actually giving up sugar. And this is what I'm telling always my patients. It's not about restrictions. It's not because you have no right to eat it. You can eat it, of course, but it's about taking conscious decisions. And this is what you did. You took the mastery of your reality, and you chose to do it consciously in alignment with what you wanted for yourself. And this is alignment. This is the conscious creation of your reality. From body.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Well, as we're wrapping up here, I'm so grateful that you came and gave all this wisdom. For me, nutrition, finances, spirituality, all of this is like all the same. It's really about listening intuitively to what we want and not letting the things outside of us, like society, family, experiences, kind of color those. And so I'm so grateful that you brought this piece into my life, because I'm just really excited to give the viewers another perspective on how, being, in my opinion, spiritual and intentional about what you're fueling your body with is just absolutely crucial. So I want to say thank you to you for being on my show today. Like, I've absolutely enjoyed everything we've talked about today. I would love for our audience to know, what are you up to? What are some projects coming up? Like, let us know how we can get in touch with you.
Thank you, Andy. It was a real pleasure also to be there. And thank you for welcoming and hosting me today. And yes, about new projects, actually, I'm launching in mid-February, a 7-day reset. It's a small program for those who want actually to discover what it is to reconnect. What it is just to try a small 1-week reset. And it's about, first of all, starting to listen to our body. And this is actually the core, the reconnection to ourselves, to our body, because our body is talking to us, it's speaking, and we just don't listen. We learn not to listen. And this 7-day reset is actually just learning to tune in again in ourselves, in our sensation of hunger, fatigue, if I had enough or if I didn't had enough, how my body expresses itself, and how I can, what difference it makes when I listen to myself and my body. And this includes just one personal consultation with me. So I will give also the person really the daily program. So the person can have already like a plan. So something to follow, something to try, not to go just in every direction. So it will be really incarnated. And then every day, something we will level up with one thing. So really to experience how does it feel to reconnect. And so this is a very nice project for those who want just to try. Give it a try, just 1 week. And then you see how does it work. And it really makes difference even the first days. Because when you set the pieces of puzzle at the right place, it works. It clicks. It clicks. Slowly, but it clicks. And yes, and then there are 2 more programs which are a little bit deeper for those who want to go deeper. Essentials and Blueprint are the programs for 3 to 6 months for those who are really ready to dive in, and those who really have arrived at this threshold where we know it's enough. And something must change.
How can we connect with you?
So for the moment, it could be LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn, so I will share my profile. So easy to connect, and it's really, I would be amazed to to work and to share my knowledge and to help people just feeling better from inside out.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dace. I'm going to make sure that everybody gets your website, everybody gets your LinkedIn, and then we're going to put them all in the description so that they can find you. I am so grateful that you are sharing this knowledge with the world and that you are so supportive of people. Thank you so much for being on my show.
Thank you to you, Andy, and it was a real pleasure to be there.
All right, everyone. You heard her. All right. We're going to reach out to her. I love you guys. Bye.